Sorry. Just thought of something funny. Anyway, let's start off with some self-promotion. I have a podcast called Deep Fat Fried. Now, I promoted it a while back when it was first starting out, and some people checked it out, and we did an episode. Our first episode was on the career of Tim Allen. And some people watched it and said, this ain't for me. Ain't for me, man. But we've done a lot of episodes since then. We've done stuff like End of the Fucking World and the top 10 fucking hottest bitches here. We've done like crazy shit where we pit fucking fictional characters against each other in a tournament of fucking champions. Done stuff on cryptocurrency, Rasputin, fucking top 10 movie villains, Star Trek, fucking Steven Seagal, Juggalos, all sorts of things. Up there on the Deep Fat Fried channel. We also, a couple weeks ago, started a new segment on Deep Fat Fried called Flash Fried. It happens every Wednesday. We just kind of take on the news. We look at like an hour's worth of news and just kind of talk and bullshit. We've done 2 of those. This is the first one right here with the whole Count Dankula thing and the Austin bomber. And this one here is about YouTube's continued suckery and all kinds of crazy shit. So yeah, check those out. Check out the channel. It's linked to down below, Deep Fat Fried. There's a little bit more there for you to check out now. If you see one where the topic interests you, check it out. And if you like it, subscribe, motherfuckers. Check out my podcast, eh? Check out my fucking podcast. I don't know what I'm doing. Anyway, I'm not here for any. I'm not just here for self-promotion. I'm here to talk about the Vigilant Christian. You guys might remember the Vigilant Christian from my old show. The Drunken Peasants used to do some stuff making fun of the Vigilant Christian. Even had him on the show one time. Never came back again, did he? Anyway, so I last week or sometime in the past, I don't know, I did a video against a channel called Deflating Atheism. Because it was real silly video. Someone sent it to me on Instagram like, hey, check out this Deflating Atheism channel. It's retarded. You might be able to spin some fucking gold out of this fucking hay. I mean, I don't even want to call it hay. It's like more like transmuting dog shit into gold. That's what I did. And the Vigilant Christian, seeing that one of his Christian brothers was under assault, and seeing that, hey, maybe I got an opportunity to get me a video response too, raise my profile a little bit up, since my channel's kind of like, and we, it's times are tough on YouTube. YouTube sucks. YouTube fucks us all. And, Vigilant Christian, he does a lot of conspiracy shit, and YouTube's cracking down on the conspiracy shit, just like it's cracking down on pretty much every fucking thing else. So, I understand why he did it, and, I'm going to oblige him, man. I'm going to fucking give the Vigilant Christian some much-needed attention. Let's take a look, man. Let's see what's going on in the world of the Vigilant Christian, man. Doesn't that sound fun? You know it does. You know it fucking does. Don't even lie. Don't even be like, I don't think that sounds fun. You know it does. Fucking people get pissed at these headset, this fucking wire. They're like, fix your wire. Fix your fucking wire. I'm tired. I can't. It's like an OCD thing. They're like, oh man, I can't fucking take this fucking wire. Look at it. It's all fucked up. Well, it works just fine, Might not look pretty. Might be distracting to your OCD, but here it is, and here it's going to stay. And I don't know. I actually do want a new headset because this fucking wire on this thing is so fucking goddamn short. It's like it doesn't reach properly and shit. That's my complaint with it. Not like, oh, it's kind of tangly or whatever. And I know if it was untangled, it'd probably stretch a little bit. Oh, you could get another fucking inch and a half out of that thing. You could get a fucking TJ dick out of that thing if you just fucking, untangled it. It ain't that bad tangled. Fuck off. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Anyway, let's look at some fucking Vigilant Christian. All right.
All right. Hey, everyone. It's TV.
All right.
And
Hey,
here
TVC
for
Mario,
a
how you
video I needed
doing?
to make to go ahead and respond to this video.
Yeah,
that was
let's do
uploaded
it.
by TJ
Respond
Kirk,
to this video.
Previously, the Amazing Atheist. Here on YouTube.
Previously
A
on the
video
Amazing
in which
Atheist.
He tries to debunk a video that was uploaded by a
I tried.
Christian YouTuber
I succeeded.
by the name of Deflating Atheism.
Look at the ratings.
Now, I wanted to
Look
go
at
ahead
the
and
ratings,
respond to
sir.
it because this is one of the things I've been trying
Argument
to do
for
on this YouTube
popularity.
channel. I have
Logical
a playlist
fallacy.
Focusing on
All right.
Christian apologetics.
I'm yammering
that will
over him
link
because
up
this
in the
is just the
description
pointless
section
part
for
where he
you,
fucking...
where I present the
I'm the
logical,
Vigilant
reasonable
Christian Mario,
arguments
and
for
I
God's
do this, and
existence.
da-da-da. Yeah, we know what you do.
are a creation
We know what you
of an
do. We know what you do.
all-powerful
Get to
God,
the point.
and
We
he
know
loves
what you do.
and
We
through
know
his
what
son,
you
Jesus
do.
Christ,
Get to the
he
point.
wants to
We
save
know
you.
what you do.
So
All right.
please take the time to go through this
Sorry.
apologetic video series in which we look at
boring.
the responses from the Christian
Boo.
world.
Boo. Get to the point. Boo.
The atheist objections.
All right, come on.
Now, the reason that I
I'm
wanted
trying to
go ahead
entertain
and
an audience
respond
here.
to this
There's
is
only so
because
much I can
find
do with
to be
this.
quite
right.
ironic. The video that our brother in the
Ironic.
Lord made was to show something that I totally agree with. That when you do present atheists like TJ with logical, reasonable arguments for God's existence, no matter how logical, no matter how strong the argument, the atheist will deny that truth and continue to suppress the truth.
How's that irony, though? You use the word ironic, you know? And isn't it ironic, don't you think? It's like when an atheist responds to a Christian argument. Wait, that's not ironic at all. That's literally, there's nothing ironic there. Sorry.
For you see, the Bible says in Romans chapter 1, verse 18 and 23, it says about these people, for the wrath of God is revealed from heaven against all ungodliness and unrighteousness of men, who by their unrighteousness suppress the truth. For what can be known about God is plain to them, because God has shown it to them.
Right.
For his invisible attributes, namely his eternal power and divine nature, have
I
been
love how they're
clearly
invisible.
perceived ever since the creation of the world.
Wait, they're
and the
invisible
things
but
that have
clearly
been made.
perceived?
So they are without excuse. For although they knew God, they did not honor him as God or give thanks to him, but they became futile in their thinking, and their foolish hearts were darkened. Claiming to be wise, they became fools. For you see, the Bible tells us that they are suppressing the truth in unrighteousness.
Right.
Individuals like TJ Kirk don't want to come to the God of the Bible, who is the...
Okay, so God has these invisible attributes. Where are they? They're invisible. You can't see them, but you know they're there. What? No, I don't. I've never seen them. If I had fucking been like, okay, I'm walking down the street and, you know, or whatever, I don't guess I'm not. Why would you walk down the street? Why is that a term? Like, you just get hit by a car. Walking down the sidewalk or something. La-da-da-da-da. Let's be honest, I'm not walking anywhere. I'm sitting on my couch, just kind of idly fucking fingering my cock or something and, you know, watching fucking Watch Mojo or some substandard crap on YouTube. And, you know, all of a sudden I'm overwhelmed by the presence of God. I'm like, oh, Jesus. I feel your power. Fuck it, though. I'm just going to continue denying you. Why? Does that make sense? No. I've never felt the power of God. I've never seen his eternal power. I've never felt his divine nature. I don't even know what a divine nature fucking feels like. And, you know, the crazy thing is, neither of you. Neither of fucking you. Because if you had, then you'd fucking, I don't know, you'd actually believe. You wouldn't just be this preposterous fucking guy on the internet quoting a fucking Bible verse like it means something. Like, hey, look. I mean, like, think about the Bible verse there you're showing. It's like, basically what it's saying is, these fucking atheists, they know there's a fucking God. They're just lying because they want to be sinful, you know? Like, what kind of stupid decision is that? Like, you know, like, you're basically saying that, like, I know there's a God. I know that if I obey him and believe in him and accept his son Jesus into my heart, I'm going to go to heaven, an eternal paradise where everything's awesome forever and ever. And if I don't listen to him, I'm going to go to hell and burn for all time or whatever the fuck. Or I'm just going to be destroyed or whatever the fucking logic is there. But I believe that. In fact, I don't just believe that. I know that to be true, but I'm just like, you know what? Fuck it. Nah. Rather just be sinful for my short, pitiful human existence rather than have an eternity in paradise. That's not the choice that's being made here. The choice being made is, hey, I know there is no heaven. I know there is no hell. I know there is no afterlife. I mean, I guess I don't know it 100%. No one could possibly know 100% what happens after death. But all the evidence points to the idea that, you know, we are contained within this body. My consciousness is neurons firing and shit, and my nervous system and all that. And when that's kaput, I'm just a fucking object. I'm just like, okay, now I'm turned off. It's like a car that you fucking, you break the engine. It can't drive anymore. It's fucking useless. It's just a shell of what it fucking used to be. It's not like, oh, the car, don't worry, the car might not work anymore, but the car's soul is driving around up in car heaven. It's like, that's stupid. And saying that a human being is going to somehow continue to be itself elsewhere after all of the machinery that made it what it is gone or kaput, that's just silly. And the thing about this, too, it's like this Bible verse is basically trying to impress you by saying, hey, there's going to be doubters, guys. There's going to be doubters. Guess what? Some people are going to deny the shit that we're saying in this book. Well, yeah, of course people are going to deny the shit you're saying in this book. I mean, who couldn't do this? I'm writing a book right now. I could throw in a fucking passage like, there will be those who disagree with the contents of this book, but they know it to be true, and they're all fools. Who couldn't write that in any book? Anybody could do that. So, yeah. Guess what? The authors of the Bible who are telling these preposterous tall tales about talking snakes and talking donkeys and, a magic man that watches over us and all this other bullshit that's contained there, and a man who lived in the fucking belly of a whale for fucking however long and all this other crazy shit. The people who wrote that shit, they knew, like, man, this shit really doesn't have very good credibility, does it? Let's throw in a couple verses about how if you don't believe it, you're an idiot. Because no one wants to be a fucking fool, right? And isn't it ironic, don't you think?
The true creator, because this means they need to turn from their sin. And because they don't want to do this, they will continue to suppress even the most logical, solid arguments you present to them when it comes to the existence of God.
Like what?
They are in denial. It's like suppression. It's basically like being a pathological liar. You're lying and you don't even know that you're doing it. They are suppressing the truth, and it is so suppressed. They're in denial of that. They're not even aware that they do that. But at their core, God says, I have created all things, and in all these things you can see my eternal power in creation itself.
No.
So no one is ignorant of my
I've never felt that in my core.
But anyways,
I've never felt it. Sorry.
Ironic in this video.
I know you want it to be true, but no.
The point made by the Christian come to life. TJ, not even realizing it, has
it's
alive to display his foolishness.
All right, let's display my foolishness.
Solid
it's gonna be good.
Reasonable arguments for the existence of God.
Okay.
The Kalam argument, the contingency argument, the fine-tuning argument, and others. And he simply laughs it off, which is the point of the video.
Yeah.
That no matter how much you present to them these arguments, they will simply
wait a minute.
and laugh it off.
Okay, well, hold on.
You should be familiar with apologetic arguments for God's existence. The Kalam argument, the contingency argument, the fine-tuning argument, etc. And you should know how to defend these against common objections. But please be aware of this.
I've seen you try to defend them against common objections. I've not really seen too much success in that department, but whatever. Okay, the problem with what the Vigilant Christian Mario is saying here is that deflating atheism didn't make any of those arguments. He just referenced them. So, yeah, I mean, like, he didn't get into them, but I'm supposed to get into them? I'm supposed to go through those one by one and be like, here's why this one's bullshit, here's why this one's bullshit. I mean, I could do that, but he wasn't presenting those arguments. He was just referencing those arguments. So I figured if he's just referencing them, I can just reference how they're... I mean, all he did is reference them and say, here's some arguments that have been made and they're right. And I just said, here's some arguments that have been made and they're wrong. Seems like we were kind of on even footing there. I chose to address the actual arguments that he made in his video, not just the arguments that he referenced offhandedly. You know what I'm saying? If he made a video where it's like, here's the Kalam argument, and he fucking laid it out, I'd be like, all right, here's why the Kalam argument is fucking bullshit.
Right? Did you catch it?
Right.
Presented with arguments.
No, I wasn't presented with arguments. I was presented with references to arguments.
Let me just shrug that off, as you just witnessed TJ doing. Now, TJ, come on, buddy. Are you going to play this game and really say that if you were sitting face-to-face with Ravi Zacharias, a Christian apologist who defends these logical, reasonable arguments at Yale University and the like, that you would look at him in the face and say, you're a fool, you don't know nothing, you are
I'd probably say you don't know anything. I don't know. It depends on... I mean, like, sometimes I speak more properly with grammar. Other times, I might do the double negative thing. Man, you don't know nothing, Ravi Zacharias, you stupid fuck. I do that. I don't care. I mean, what I'm supposed to be impressed because he defends it at Yale. Oh, Yale! Like, I have some fucking reverence for Yale. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. Why would I give a shit that he defends the arguments at Yale like that's some kind of impressive thing? No, he's still a peddler of bullshit. I don't care how sophisticated your bullshit peddling gets. It's still bullshit. You know, you could come up with the most pretty oratory about, oh, God is with us and all this. It doesn't matter. You're still peddling a lie. And I'm going to still call you on your shit. So, yeah, I'll look him in the face. I probably wouldn't call him a fool. I'd probably just look at him and say, you're a fucking charlatan. You're a fucking liar, and you know you're a fucking liar. Because you have no evidence for this. That's kind of the point. There's no fucking evidence.
Unreasonable? Come on, buddy. You're not that foolish, I would hope. For those of you who are atheists and have never seen a good Christian apologist, meaning that you just buy into this concept blindly, that the Christian faith has no reasonable or logical arguments for it,
all right.
Well, let's lay one out. And go through the work of Ravi Zacharias.
No, I don't want to.
His ministry is called Let
Why don't you do it?
Think. And what you were going
so
to
I got to go,
some of the most...
once again, just referencing other people's arguments. Not making your own, just, if you guys want to see some real good shit, watch Ravi Zacharias. Quit selling yourself short, Vigilant Christian. You could be every bit the fucking apologist fucking snob that Ravi Zacharias is. You know, quit fucking... Why are you trying to give him traffic? Why are you trying to fucking promote his ass? How about you fucking put something forward? How about you make the fucking argument to me? Maybe you're going to do it. I don't know. You still got fucking 6 or 7 minutes left in this, so maybe you're going to do it.
When it comes to the existence of God, made from a philosophical perspective, God created us to be wise. This is one of the faculties that we have been given since we are created in his image. Yeah. Unlike animals, we're not just blind animals. We can reason and logically come to an understanding. And please, take some
Animals
time.
can reason
Don't
to some
believe
extent.
These Beavis and Butthead atheist YouTubers who blindly get you to follow into this nonsense that Christianity...
Hey, Butthead. There's no God, Butthead. Yeah. God is stupid. Like what? Beavis and Butthead. Okay.
Defended logically or reasonably, because that's not the case at all. And anyone who tells you such things is just simply foolish.
Simply foolish.
Ravi Zacharias. So,
Simply Foolish, the new scent from Vigilant Christian. Simply Foolish.
In the video, in fact, and why this video would be good for you, is he tries to say that the Bible is nothing but some ancient scribblings of old men, and it is to be discredited because of this. Well, look at Ravi Zacharias' response to that, displaying the prophetic accuracy of the Bible and why
the prophetic accuracy of the fucking Bible.
Of God. And
give me a fucking
that
break.
Logically to what TJ, the amazing atheist, presents you. And please, I'm telling you, if you got some logic and reason to it.
I invite everyone, go ahead and compare it. Go watch Ravi Zacharias talk about how everything the Bible said was going to happen has happened. Because it hasn't. I mean, like, You know, it's like people who believe in Nostradamus, you know. He writes some fucking stanza, you know, that can be interpreted in 5,000 different fucking ways. You know, when the scimitar is in the sky, the man with dark eyes will wear a flaming crown upon the throne of tears, you know? And then people can fucking, it's like so densely symbolic that people can fucking interpret whatever they want into it. And that's exactly the same thing the Bible does. You know, it makes a bunch of vague predictions that are fucking shrouded in metaphor to the point where anyone can interpret it however the fuck they want to. And then they say, look, it predicted that. Wow. No, it's not impressive.
You'll know what's up.
If an atheist declares that there is no evidence for God and challenges you to convince him otherwise, and you take him up on this challenge, you've already lost.
Yeah.
The name of this game is...
I like when there's two of me on the screen at the same time. That's a fun feeling.
There is no evidence for God. Prove me wrong, and it's a trap.
How's it a trap? Is it gay?
There's no evidence for... It's a trap, TJ, because you are suppressing the truth and unrighteousness, and no matter how much...
All right, well then... I mean, like, this is let's remember what this argument is, okay? Let's just fucking break this fucking down, what's going on so far. So a Christian says, there is a God, and I worship him. And the atheist is like, prove it. And the Christian's like, well, you prove that there's no evidence for God. And then I'm like, what? No, that doesn't make any sense. You're the one making the claim. And then you're like, well, you know in your heart that it's true. It's like, no, I don't. Next.
We present to you logical, reasonable arguments.
Where?
You've already had your mind made up. You don't even want to look.
Make one. Make one of these logical arguments.
Within yourself.
You guys are great at referencing arguments that have been made. You're not so great at actually putting forth a fucking argument, are you? I mean, like, there's nothing here. Is this just going to be 11 minutes and 37 seconds of absolute fluff, or are you going to make a fucking point?
With these new propositions. So that is why it's a trap. Atheists like yourself are those who are closed-minded.
Asking for evidence of a claim is a trap.
And are a waste of time to communicate with. So you might be wondering, why would I make this video? If you're a waste of time, well...
I'm not wondering why you made this video. I mean, I knew that instantly. It's like, ooh, maybe I could get some TJ Kirk views. I mean, I know my views ain't as fucking great as they used to be, but still better than the Vigilant Christian views. So you're just like, holy shit, maybe I can fucking jump in on this and get some fucking attention. So that's what's going on there. I don't need... Well, you might be wondering why I'm making this video then. No, I'm not. I know exactly why you're making this video.
People in your audience aren't. They actually are open-minded. They actually are using reason and logic, and will see this video and make the right conclusions because of it. But atheists like yourself are clearly closed-minded and don't want to look at any of the arguments.
Where are they?
All you want to do is look at... You mentioned this later on in the video. Oh, it's because of quantum physics and this and that we have evidence that God exists. No. You have evidence that shows that certain things are happening. For example, I'll agree, there's evolution that happens at a micro level within the species or the kind of animal. More specifically, I would say the kind.
Okay, so yeah, we have evidence that evolution can happen on a small scale over a short period of time, but you can't extrapolate that into that it could happen on a larger scale over a much vaster period of time. That's just silly. That's like saying, I watched a car. Yeah, sure. I watched a car go a mile in a fucking minute, but that doesn't mean it could go 60 miles per hour. Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does.
And you believe by faith that this, given millions of years, would lead...
Wait, what do I believe by faith?
To one coming into another, one animal turning into another, which we've never seen. So there's a lot of faith.
Yeah, we have seen it. We have seen that, though. I mean, we've seen it through the fossil record. We've seen it in our fucking genome. We've seen it through the fucking... I mean, like, genetics has shown it. Fucking... Paleontology has shown it. Biology has shown it. I mean, like, it's fucking, there's so many things in science that hang their hat on evolution. It's one of the most well-documented fucking scientific truths there is. So how is it, like, you guys, like, well, we never seen it. We've never fucking seen it. It's like you go to a crime scene and there's a guy holding the knife covered in blood and there's a body that's been stabbed and you're like, well, no one saw him stab that person, you know? No one really saw it. I mean, we can't just infer things based on the evidence present here. Yeah, you can. He probably stabbed that person. You know, all signs point to it just because you didn't personally see the actual stabbing. I mean, like, how the fuck could you possibly observe one species, turning into another when that takes generations and generations? That takes fucking millions or even billions of years to happen. But we're supposed to have, like, a fucking, you know, I got it on tape, honey. There it is, a canine giving birth to a non-canine. Evolution is proven. Like, if that's the criteria for evidence. So your criteria for evidence of evolution is fuck all the scientific, knowledge that we've accrued. Fuck all that. That doesn't matter. But this book of stupid fucking fairy tales, you know that's true. You know it's true because it's written in your heart. Like, what?
I'll gladly discuss that to you. And let me just state it right here. I was going to wait to the end of the video. TJ, I'd love to have you come on my show.
No, you wouldn't.
I went on your Drunken Peasants
and you got destroyed.
Show. To be honest, man, let's be real. We're both adults here. That was not dialogue. You did not facilitate intellectual, reasonable...
Why would it... You're not worthy of intellectual fucking debate. You came on the show, you tried to promote your ideas, they got torn apart, you cried, and you fucking went away with your tail tucked between your legs. That's what happened. The reason you don't think it was an intellectual discourse is because you got trounced. You got fucking destroyed. And don't take my word for it, audience. That's still up over on the Drunken Peasants channel. Just go to the Drunken Peasants channel, type Vigilant Christian. You can go watch the time he was a guest and judge for your fucking self. But the general consensus among the audience at that time was, man, the Vigilant Christian is a moron who got fucking destroyed. That was the consensus. Now, I know, once again, appeal to popularity, but yeah. Another thing is, before he came on our show, he made this video like, I'm going to go on their show and fucking destroy them. I'm going to fucking show them the truth. Talking this shit just like he's talking now about how he's going to lay the truth smack down, you know? And then when he was on the show, every time we challenged his beliefs, like, well, that's just my belief. That's just my belief. All of a sudden, the hardcore truth, the absolute, undeniable truth just became, well, that's just what I believe, you know? This is what I believe. So what is it? Is it the absolute truth, or is it just, that's just what I think. That's just my personal opinion. Make up your mind. Go back and watch the Drunken Peasants episode with Vigilant Christian on it. It's truly fucking a wonder to behold.
Dialogue on the issues that have to do with Christianity and atheism when I was on your broadcast. And I know people who are reasonable and logical saw that. So I challenge you to come on my broadcast, where I'd like to also bring on Deflating Atheism, so that me and him, just like you and your Drunken Peasants talk to me, can talk to you to discuss these matters. Because it's enough of you running around and suppressing this. You're going to start to at least admit that these are logical. You're not illogical
quit
enough
suppressing
to
the truth.
Not even see that there's a lot of wisdom. Okay, let's just talk about the moral argument, for example.
Okay, the moral argument. Okay, whoa, hold on. Holy shit. He's actually gonna make an argument. Ha ha! At fucking 8 minutes and 44 seconds into this piece of shit, the Vigilant Christian is about to make his argument. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, boy. Let's hear that. Oh. All right. I love the arguments. Ooh, you're gonna make a fucking case. Okay, let's hear it.
Is true. If your position is true, why even be good? Why does it make sense? Why go around? You might as well go around stealing, killing, taking advantage, thieving, and doing that because there's no judge at the end of your life. So why do you have to borrow morality from our worldview? What's the point of being good, TJ?
Well, first of all, there's laws. So like if I go steal shit, I might end up in fucking prison. So that's a pretty big fucking deterrent right there. Also, I don't know, have you ever heard of this concept called empathy? That's where you see another person suffering and you relate to that. Like, oh man, that person's hurting right now. That kind of makes me hurt a little bit because I sympathize with what's going on with them. My little mirror neurons are fucking activating. Aw, and I'm not a sociopath like apparently you are, because apparently the only thing stopping you, man, it almost sounds like you wish that you didn't believe in God so you could just go out there and steal and rape and murder and stuff. Like, like most people, I don't feel like have this strong urge in them like, man, if it weren't for this stupid fucking God, I could be out there raping and pillaging right now, but I can't do it. Because then God will get upset. I mean, God doesn't even really seem to give a shit about what you do. I mean, like God has said in the Bible that your good deeds are like rags to him. That we talked about that on our show the other day. We were doing a DFF and we were reading some Christian bullshit about the rapture. And one of the Christians was on there talking about quoting the Bible, like God has said that you will not get into heaven with good deeds and that your good deeds are like rags to him. So God doesn't even seem to really give a shit. So go ahead and rape and murder if you want. The only thing God seems to actually care about is that you accept his son Jesus into your heart. Other than that, he doesn't care. He doesn't give a fuck. He doesn't care if you fucking are a murdering, raping, stealing son of a bitch. As long as you fucking accept Jesus. And then oh man, I fucking killed 50 people. Well, I'm sorry, Jesus. Please forgive me. And then someone else can be a total fucking saint, for lack of a better word. Awesome person, feed the fucking hungry and clothe the poor and all that shit. But if they don't believe in Jesus, they're going to hell. You're going to hell to burn for all time. And that's your God. So I don't even understand the morality argument. God doesn't seem to give a flying fuck what people do. And usually when God does make a rule, it's some nonsense that doesn't even make any sense. Like, remember the Sabbath day and keep it holy. Like, what the fuck does that have to do with being a good person? Nothing. So your argument doesn't make sense. It's dog shit. And I don't know. Once again, I dismiss it. Goodbye, shitty argument. Goodbye. Go to shitty argument hell and burn for all eternity.
Okay. So we'll discuss these type of things, and I'll gladly talk to you about why the moral argument is a sound, logical argument for the existence of God.
No, you won't, because it's not.
You may not want to come to it, but it is very sound, and there are many, many other arguments that we're going to discuss.
I just tore it apart in like 3 seconds.
To just
it's not sound. It's dog shit.
The truth that we present to you. Okay. He also talks about, the Bible is just another book, and there are many ancient other texts that
there are.
And leaders and I guess avatars
you deny that
turn to other than Jesus. Well, take the time, guys, and look into Jesus among other gods. There's actually lectures.
Hey guys, look at my guys. Ravi Zacharias wrote a book about how Jesus really is better than all the other gods. It's like, why don't you just fucking recommend a book on why Batman is the coolest superhero? Like, who gives a shit? If you want to fucking sit around and jerk your weenie to Jesus, he's so much different than all the other gods. No, he's not. He's just another fucking make-believe fairy tale that you tell yourselves so you can feel like you got the answers when you know in your fucking heart that you don't. Yeah, I'm going to flip it around on you. I'm going to fucking flip your bullshit argument around on you, guy. You know in your heart there is no fucking God. You know it's bullshit. Look, you know how I know it's bullshit? Because if I walked up to you and I put a gun to your fucking head and said, You're gonna fucking die, bitch! You'd be like, ah, no! You know why you do that? Because you know there ain't no fucking heaven. If you knew in your heart of hearts, you're going to fucking paradise. The second this fucking shitty mortal life ends, you're going to a fucking magical sky kingdom of infinite awesomeness. When I point out, I'm gonna shoot you, fucker, you'd be like, that is fine. Yes. And you know, if I must die now, then I must die. You know, that would be your reaction. I mean, like, we're just talking hypotheticals here, so maybe that would be. Maybe I'm obviously not going to do it. I'm obviously not going to come to you with a gun and threaten your fucking life. But I think if I did, you'd probably be a little freaked out. Maybe just a little bit, you know? Who can say? Who could say? Who can know?
He did on this, a book that he wrote that really helped me because I came from the New Age movement. I used to be a Buddhist before I was a Christian, and so this really helped me.
I used to believe in this brand of bullshit, but now I've upgraded to a different brand of bullshit.
Avatar or spiritual leaders like Buddha.
Is this just an advertisement for Ravi Zacharias?
That really
who I've never heard of before today, by the way.
Claimed to be God's son and the only way and the only truth. And so this really clarified that. And this is logical. We're not going to play games here.
No, it's not. No, it's not. How is it logical? How is it the least bit logical? You mean, like, the premise is there's a fucking magical man that lives in the sky that created the universe, and he's his own son, and he killed himself so that he could forgive the sins of man, that he created the sins, and he created the men who commit them. So, I mean, like, it's just a clusterfuck of stupid, convoluted bullshit. There's nothing logical about any of it. Sorry.
Play around like these guys are not logical. They wouldn't be going at universities like they are. Okay? And
yeah, I mean, what kind of argument is that? All right, well, they wouldn't go to universities if they weren't logical. Well, the vast majority of fucking tenured professors and shit at universities are atheists, so doesn't that mean atheism is even way more logical by that fucking ridiculous argument standard?
And debating and really being effective in their ministries. Okay, take the time and look at Ravi going up against these atheists and other people like Dr. Frank, and John Lennox and others who are really defending the faith in a logical, reasonable. But anyways, guys, that's it. I'm not going to take any more time. TJ, I didn't even bother to really watch any more of your video. I actually rather just have you come on the show.
I didn't actually watch your video that I'm making a response to because it's just too upsetting to me. I am a delicate little flower after all. Here's the deal. I'm never coming on your show. Peace the fuck out. Wow, 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 wow. TJ Kirk, previously the amazing atheist, signing the fuck off. Getting uncomfortable in here. I want this end. It just keeps going. Just keeps going. Just keeps fucking going. End! I can't keep up this atheist charade any longer. I know in my heart that there is a God. And it's me. Bitch.